Thank you, universe. I feel like I lucked out so hard.
The flowers understand that we're fine. Hands are tired. I'll make you be okay, but recently everyone says they're seeing less of me. I could do better if I had energy.
Look at her, she is so gorgeous.
I picture myself walking straight into the street.
Our entire body. Bacteria, archaea, fungi, viruses, just stress and other factors that make you like eating too many processed foods. So basically diets that are low in fiber and higher in animal protein and processed foods like actually promote the presence of harmful bacteria.
So nice. This is a cool angle that we never used before. Sunshine.
Oh.
Maybe I'll go buy some flour now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh.
You're such a freak.
I'll do it sometime. I'm locked up on the button. Can you do it sometime? Pushed it in too far. Fine, electrify mine. Oh, electrify my golden tooth. I can't look at your eyes without sparking some. Electrify my heart. Electrify my heart.
I feel like we haven't had a heart-to-heart chat in such a long time. So much emotions have passed the past few weeks. I was honestly very like hopeful starting the new year, but I just was like hit with the most major burnout in my first month of 2021. Struggling with a lot of pressure and anxiety I was just like placing on myself for just like wanting to make really good videos that you guys would all enjoy, and I think this desire just ended up into expectation and like perfectionism. But funny thing, at the same time, BetterHelp reached out to me. They wanted to see if they could sponsor a video, but I was, as I said, very skeptical about therapy at this point, but still very curious. So I actually decided to try it myself, and I've only done it for a few weeks, but let's just say it's been very life-changing already. I've decided to say yes to the sponsorship, so this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's not a crisis line, it's not like a self-help. It's professional counseling done online. They basically help to assess your needs, your struggles, what you're going through, and pair you up with the best, most matching counselor. To be honest, like I was kind of expecting to have to switch or try a bunch of different therapists before I found the right one. And with BetterHelp, it's completely free to change therapists if you find one like doesn't match your needs. But thank you, universe. I feel like I lucked out so hard. There is like a filtration system for finding the right counselor for you. So for me, I was like, I need to have a female and I need to have someone who's a person of color. But honestly, I think the biggest thing holding me back from starting therapy was like having to go to a physical place and like meet a person face to face. And I was like, I don't feel like I'm in a type of situation where it's mandatory or like even like valid for me to get therapy, if that makes sense, because traditional therapy is very expensive. This is luckily a more affordable alternative. I'm having a call with my therapist tomorrow. She is actually the best. But before I start going on an absolute tangent about my therapy experience, I just want to plug and thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and like entering my life in a time that I really needed it the most. If you do have things that you really want to resolve, feel free to join me and the 1 million other people taking charge of our mental health at betterhelp.com/Leah's Fieldnotes, and that's BetterHelp, HELP. Check out the link down below if you want to get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. I started off doing texting sessions and then I was like, nah, this is too slow. I need to just call. I was really nervous at first, but she was like so nice and asked me a lot lot of questions that it made it feel a lot better. Mind you, I did word vomit really hard when I first signed up. Literally within the first hour of us calling, she helped me like define the main 3 problems I needed to work on. I mean, I put down like things I wanted to focus on is like relationship issues, family, expectations, like stress, anxiety, all of these aspects that I've been trying to manage myself, but I just don't think it's working. Like I find myself stuck in the same cycles where I'll be good, but then I'll fall back into this like rut of like not feeling good enough, not being able to like start editing videos out of fear that they're not going to be good enough. Instead of like hitting rock bottom each time that happens to be able to like pick myself back up again, I want to recognize these patterns and be able to like wean myself out of them, if that makes sense. She gave me this worksheet after our first call to kind of go over like what my main goals in therapy were going to be. I just have the app on my phone. There's like a journaling section. You can text your therapist whenever you want, like if you just have like thoughts in your head. And then you have a section called therapy goals on the app. Mine are to 1, stabilize my emotions and control my thinking patterns, because I feel like I'm so swayed easily by my emotions. I'm a very sensitive person. If I'm having a good day, I'm having like the best day ever. I don't remember what it's like to have a bad day. I don't remember my last bad day. But when I'm having a bad day, I don't remember what it's like to have a good day. I don't know when my last good day was. It's really easy for me to fall into a rut in that sense. And then my second goal is to let go of the pressures and expectations I place upon myself. I honestly didn't feel like I placed that much pressure or expectation on myself until she kind of just asked me about like my parents and like how I was raised, and we started talking. There were memories from my childhood that were just like bouncing back into my head, like the time I got 94 on my Chinese exam, which is seriously the hardest class I ever had to take as like an 8-year-old child. I like showed it to my grandpa. I was so excited about it, and he was like, "Where did the other 6 marks go?" 8-year-old Leah was like, whatever. 23-year-old Leah is still low-key triggered by those experiences. But just all these like small situations in your childhood really build up and affect you very deeply when you're older. And then my third goal is just being more patient and understanding with myself and thus the people around me. Sometimes I feel like I can be very impatient with like Andrew, or just like nag about certain things, like, yo, like don't put your clothes on the floor or whatever. I think it's also expectation. Like that's how I was raised. I was just like nagged a lot, but now I get so annoyed when my mom nags me. But yeah, I am here nagging like Andrew, so I'm like, last week when we called, I needed to start editing the 5 a.m. video. I just couldn't get myself to start. I felt so much resistance that I couldn't really like vocalize or understand. And I thought I had like broken things down enough. I was like, okay, today I'm gonna edit day 1 and day 2. But I still was like not doing it. We had a call at like 3 p.m. because I had like not done any work all morning. And she was like, you know what, like sometimes when you need to start tasks that are daunting, like you really have to break them down. I was like, yo, I tried breaking them down to like edit day 1, edit day 2. And she was like, no, like if you have to clean an entire house, like that's so intimidating because your house is huge. But you start with 1 room, like I'm gonna clean the bathroom today. But beyond just saying you're gonna clean the bathroom, you have to lay it out for yourself. Like first I'm gonna start with the tub, then I'm gonna wipe the counters. After I wipe the counters, I'm gonna like wipe the floor or something. Like break it down to very, very small things that feel so manageable to do that getting started is just like so easy. I didn't think about it like that because I was like, duh, if you're cleaning the bathroom, you need to wipe the counter or whatever. Right after our call, I broke down tasks so much, I was literally like, drag your video clips into Premiere Pro. I ended up doing that for like my entire video, 5 a.m. video, which was literally over 5 days of footage, super long video, and it made editing so much easier. I feel like a weekly call is gonna be really good just to keep me accountable, to make sure I'm not like sinking into poopy state of mind. The shadow from the plant onto the clock is really pretty. I'm gonna be following the illustrated recipe that I made, that I meant to put on my shelf and like digitize and finish like months ago, but it was also one of those things that I feel like I wanted it to be so perfect that whenever I felt like parts weren't good enough, I just stopped completely. So I'm gonna try and get over that.
Calories, salt, medium, goals.
Testing this is actually so cute, and it makes it really easy to read like what I need to get because everything's just pictures. I'm gonna do some yoga and exercise before I shower because I sweat a lot when I work out, hence this get up. Basically just time it with days that I need to shower at this point. I've been doing Isabel Page's morning vinyasa flow like almost every single day. It's so good. And then I think after we do the flows, I'm gonna do a Pam Reef video.
Entire body and how you're feeling. Left foot up to the sky. Exhale it between your hands, rotating your back foot out.
If anyone has a good mat suggestion or resolution for sweaty hands, please let me know. I'm gonna do the Pam Reef 15-minute 6-pack workout now. I really like Pam's workouts because every movement is only 30 seconds, so I feel like I don't get bored of them as much. Literally blinded by my own sweat, oh my god.
He's glowing.
While I was cleaning the kitchen, I realized that I didn't put in the half cup of sugar that I had laid out into my bread, so it's not even risen. I guess we're gonna try a new recipe today.
It might be a very, very positive thing. It could mean that, hey, it's not still like you made it. I think as soon as you start labeling and going, oh, my procrastination's bad, and this, this to be it, you're right, you just, all of that is just avoiding the actual emotion. Tell us about the research behind starting something and what you found was most critical. There's very rarely, prospectively, a perfect time to start something. But there are ways to give ourselves a little bit of different psychological edge. And this is the work of Katie Milkman, Jason Reese, and Mitch Dodd. They did it at Penn. And a way to understand the fresh start effect is like this: that certain dates are what social psychologists call temporal landmarks. You're navigating your way, you're trying to find your way. Oh, there's a landmark, I know where I am. But certain temporal landmarks have a peculiar psychological effect. Essentially, they operate as kind of a restart. What they say is that on certain days that are fresh start days, you essentially relegate your previous bad self to the past and open up a fresh ledger on your new self, right? And so there's certain days that actually you're more likely to start something and you're more likely to succeed while starting it. So what does this mean? Let's be concrete here. You want to start something, you're probably better off doing it on Monday rather than on Thursday. You're probably better doing it on the day after your birthday rather than 3 days before your birthday.
And finally, they told me the guy is to text the guy to rate.
Thank you for making so much food.
Knowing her, I feel like this entire website is something she could do in a day in terms of just translating.
So not using it.